start today. We will start with the tables review quickly. Let's see who all remembers table while we're waiting for everybody else to join. Okay. So let's start with Sani. Yeah. Unmute yourself, and we're starting with the tables first.
Is it the same thing?
Tables first, till 12. Okay. So starting with Sanvi. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Table till 12 or table till 12? 10. Till 12, okay. 12 6 here.
72,
5 9 here.
45,
8 8 here.
64,
6 9 here.
54,
9 9 here.
81,
Good job. Alright, go to Cherry. 8 8 here.
64,
12 8 here.
96,
11 7 here.
27,
7 7 here.
49,
9 8 here.
72,
7 9 here.
62,
Good job. Alright, let's go to Gitesh. 12 8 here.
96,
6 9 here.
84,
8 8 here.
64,
12 5 here.
60,
6 9 here.
54,
9 9 here.
81,
8 8 here.
64,
7 9 here.
63,
Good job. Alright, let's go to Arav. 8 9 here.
72,
12 5 here. 12 9 here. 11 9 here. 7 8 here. Okay, good job. Let's go. Wait. I'll go in a sequence. Okay, I'll just randomly pick. Pranav. 12 5 here.
60,
10 9 here.
90,
7 8 here.
56,
9 9 here.
81,
12 9 here.
108,
Good job. Advait. 12 8 here.
96,
7 9 here. 6 8 here. 9 7 here. 7 9 here. 12 5 here. Good job. Amoga. Ready? Okay. 12 8 here.
96,
7 9 here.
62,
12 8 here.
96,
9 9 here.
81,
8 9 here.
72,
12 5 here.
60,
Okay. Very nice. So good job. Let's go to Sagnika. Are you ready? Sagnika, unmute yourself. Sorry, Dikshita. Sorry, my bad. 9 9 here.
81,
12 9 here.
108,
7 9 here.
63,
12 6 here.
72,
11 7 here.
77,
Good job. Let's go to Siddharth. Yeah. Yeah. 12 5 here.
60,
6 9 here.
54,
12 7 here.
84,
11 9 here.
99,
12 7 here. 8 8.
4.
Good job. Anybody remaining? Okay. So only person who has not joined here is Vivan and Bibhuvan and Maya and also Gaushika. Alright, so we are done with the tables. Let's go back to what we were learning with geometry, and we will probably do today and tomorrow 2 classes, and then we'll switch to algebra or trigonometry depending on what you guys want.
We're learning on factorization.
I'm sorry?
We're learning on factorization.
We are learning
Factorization.
prime factorization that we learned in the past, and we'll come back to this. So we are right now we are doing geometry.
Level 1.
Level 2.
Oh.
We are in level
So
2
like,
now.
what are you teaching today?
So I'll teach, then you will know. So that's what I was saying. So we are continuing with what we were learning so far. We are learning geometry where we learned about the line segments, rays. We talked about angles, different types of angles. We learned about triangles, their properties, and then we learned about congruence of triangles.
The property means that the A plus B equals C, like the input.
No. So that's where I will not answer that. I would want you guys to go through the video of the previous classes. Okay? Then we should not be asking this question. If I am talking about, it's not a debate. It's a math class. Mind your utilization of time. Okay? Otherwise, you'll be wasting a lot of time unnecessarily. And let's be respectful to everybody's time.
What was the last section you said? Congruence or something?
Congruence of triangles.
Congruence of what?
Congruence of triangles.
Oh.
Okay? So, again, since we have more kids in the classes, no unnecessary talks, no distractions. Now, when you said you have gone through the video of the previous classes, I can clearly say if you have gone through it, you have not paid attention. When I say property of any shape means each and everything you have to need to know about that particular shape. If I am saying property of Birendra Kumar, I am a human being. I have 2 eyes, 2 legs, 2 hands, 2 ears, 1 nose, and I talk in English, Hindi is my property. I am educated till graduation level, that is another property. I am teaching math, that is another property. So likewise, when you say any shape and its property, you need to know everything about that shape. So let's say, I'm saying property. Okay? So, if I am talking about a triangle, what is the property of this triangle? It has three sides, it has 3 angles. And based on the angles and sides, you know different types. Not necessary discussion. I will not say these are equal. I am saying that this is a triangle which has 3 properties, 3 sides and 3 angles. And now based on the angles or the sides, length, or the relationship among them, there are different types of triangles. That's what I meant by property. If you don't remember it, we are not discussing about it here. Go to the video one more time. And again, once we finish different topics, we'll come back to this again. But for the time being, I would request you guys, whoever doesn't remember what the property is, what we have learned in the previous class, please go to the video of the class. Otherwise, we will keep on repeating the same thing. That will not be beneficial for each one of you. Okay? Alright. So, since we were talking about congruence of triangles, and some of you who are on summer break obviously would not be knowing about it. Summary of that is, when we say congruence of anything, we are saying exactly the same thing. My 2 hands are on the same side. If you look at it from this side or this side, you will see only 1 hand. They are congruent. What if my hands were deformed? 1 hand bigger than smaller one. These are not congruent. Likewise, when you say 2 triangles be congruent, literally overlap each other. Once you put 1 triangle on another triangle, you will see only 1. It will look like there is only 1. Their sides matching, the angles matching. And there are theorems that is around the congruence. They are called SSS, SAS, ASA, RHS. S stands for side, A stands for angle. If the 2 triangles have all the 3 sides matching with each other, meaning this side equal to this side is equal to this side is equal to this side. They are congruent.
So the SF has equal to equal angles.
No, I'm not saying within the triangle, I'm saying across two triangles. Okay? You will not compare properties within the triangle. You are talking about two triangles being congruent. Triangle A and triangle B. They'll be congruent if only their three sides are matching. Okay? So go to the video of this class, you will understand this. Just for summarizing it, that if the two triangles have three matching sides, they are congruent. Okay? How? That also we have proved. Yeah.
What is RH?
You have to let me come to that place. Okay? It's not a debate. Trust me. Trust me. Remember everybody. This is not a debate. This is a math class. I'm teaching something. You have to pay attention to it to understand it. Okay? All right. When we say SAS, I'm saying two triangles where two sides are matching. Two sides are matching. So this side matching, this side matching. And the angle between them. So this angle is equal to this angle. When we have two triangles, when we have two sides matching and the angle between them matching, they are congruent. We have also looked at how to prove that also. Okay? So when you go to the video of the class, you will be able to recall it. Similarly, ASA stands for two angles and the side between them. Two angles and the side between them. If they are matching, then the triangle will be congruent. That also we have proved. Go through it.
So it's another way of saying equilateral.
No, don't mix up. We are only see, that's where stay focused on what we are learning right now. Okay? So here we are saying two triangles having matching sides. Side A of triangle A, side A of triangle B. Side B of triangle A, side B of triangle B. Side C of triangle A, side C of triangle C. Matching. They are congruent. Two angles of this triangle, two angles of this triangle and the side between them. So ASA. SAS, two sides of the two triangles and the angle between them. Okay? So I have made previous classes video. Again, I'll come back to this one. I will explain this to you guys. Don't worry about it. Okay? You're not missing anything. In next 1.5 years, we will repeat all the topics that we learned at least 3 times. Okay? So you're not missing anything. Okay? So, but just watch the video once, you will understand this. Okay? RHS stands for right angle triangle only. If you have two right angle triangles, where the hypotenuse, X is for right angle triangle, hypotenuse, the largest side of both the right angle triangle are matching, and one of the side, this side and this side are matching, then they are congruent.
What is C of A equals B equals C of C for hypotenuse?
A, B, C, whatever you call it, you can call it D, E, F also.
The Pythagorean
Pythagorean theorem, A, B, C, yeah, C is your hypotenuse. So if C is matching and either of A or B are matching, then they'll be congruent. And again, congruent looks like a very heavy word. Simple terms is, when you say congruent, that means you're saying they are exactly the same. Meaning that once you find that they are congruent, then every property is matching. When I say property of a triangle, I'm talking about sides and angle. That's it. Yeah? It might be like sounding like a jump start to kids who are joining after a break. That's okay. Just go through this video once. You have to spend 1 hour. You'll be able to relate what I'm saying. Absolutely. So, this is on the congruence of triangles. And everything that we are talking about here, we have actually proved it in the class. We have looked at how it is true. So that way, it's not that I'm telling you some formula and asking you to memorize it, okay? Do you guys agree? Have we explained it or we have just memorized it? Explained it, right? Okay. Alright. So, this is on the congruence of triangles. Now, then in the last class we also learned how to find out the area of a parallelogram. Area of parallelogram, you will be knowing what is the area of parallelogram, base times height. We learned how to find that base times height. Why it is base times height? Why not something else? We proved how to find it out. Okay? And that also relates to we use the concept that we have learned with congruence of triangles. Okay, we also apply Pythagorean theorem to prove that. So as you guys grow up, go to higher classes, it's not just going to be about you learn something, you memorize something, and you apply it to solve it. We will learn why that formula exists. In one of the classes, we have also proved how Pythagorean theorem is proved. Why a square plus b square equals to c square in Pythagorean theorem? Why not something else? How was that derived? So once you see how it is derived, then you will know it conceptually, what exactly it is. And you are not running the risk of forgetting it, because if you know how to prove it, you can prove it one more time, and that becomes your part of your regular memory. Yeah? Okay. So here is Vivan. And who else? Sagnika also joined. Good. So we have full house now. Nobody is missing. I think only one person missing is Bimuvan. Alright. So anybody have any question with theorem of congruence? Any doubt with respect to how the area of parallelogram is derived? No? Okay, wonderful. So today we are going to derive area of rhombus and area of a kite. Of a kite. So, do you guys know what is the formula for area of a rhombus?
No.
Pranav, do you know? Pranav is drawing something in air, that's what I'm asking. Rhombus. No guesses, no guesswork. Because I don't remember the area of a rhombus, trust me. I will derive it. So if I don't have a house, I will build it, right? Same way. No guesswork, no guesswork. Okay, who remembers the area of a rhombus? Yeah, Vivan.
Isn't it base times height?
Base times height is the area of parallelogram. We are talking about rhombus. So anyway, you might be right, you might be wrong, I don't know. So we'll prove it. We'll derive it. That's why I'm saying. Math is not about memorizing. Math is about knowing the concepts and then applying the concepts for solving the problem. Okay? Alright. So first of all, so area of a rhombus and area of a kite, that is what we'll derive in the class. If you are able to do it today, wonderful. If not, today and tomorrow. And then we'll just look at the area of trapezium. We will not prove it because that needs calculus. And nobody has learned calculus so far. So we'll just know the formula. We'll just learn the formula. Once you guys go to level 3, I'll prove the area of a rhombus also, why it is that way. Okay? I'm sorry? Yeah, we have AP calculus in high school, but let's stop it there. Alright. Okay. Alright. Any questions so far before we proceed? No questions? Okay. Now, kite. So, again, see, nobody has to stress out for noting it down or for forgetting what we do, right? Whatever we learn here, I will draw it, I will record it, I will put it on YouTube for you guys to consume. There is no viewer I have outside you guys, okay? So don't worry about it. It's only made for you guys. And I'll keep on repeating it till I am convinced that you guys have understood it. So don't worry about all those things. First of all, let's go step by step. When we say rhombus, do you guys remember what is a rhombus?
Yes.
How does it look like?
Yes. Looks like a diamond.
It looks like a diamond.
Looks like a square.
Do you guys know what is a kite? Only discuss things that is needed. Otherwise, we'll be wasting a lot of time for ourselves and everybody else.
Looks like a kite.
This is a kite. This is a rhombus. Now, if I force you guys to recall the property of these, what is a rhombus? Rhombus is nothing but a square. A square is squeezed. Yeah? Okay? So, a square is squeezed to make it a rhombus. Somebody is raising hand. Yes, Amuga.
rhombus is a side, looks like a parallel.
I'm sorry?
The rhombus, if you like circles the side, it looks like a parallel.
It looks like a parallelogram, you're right. So, I'm again starting from the basics in a most childish way, the most simplest way, right? If I had a square, these are the two sides I'm looking at. When I have a square, what is my angle here? 90 degree. All the angles are 90 degree. What I'm doing, I'm pressing the square near my elbows, okay? I'm squeezing the square. What happens? My square becomes taller and thinner. That is what is happening here. This angle, which was 90 degree before in case of a square, this was, it was a square, everything was 90 degree. What happened? I squeezed it. This became taller, thinner, longer. So this is less than 90 degree and this became more than 90 degree. Okay?
Isn't that 40, 40 degrees?
No guesswork, no discussion. Right now, allow me to teach, complete the concept, then we'll come to if you have any doubt. Okay? This is not a debate, we are not doing debate here. This is a rhombus. Okay? What happened was, I had a square, I squeezed it, I made it taller. My square was like this. Two of the sides I'm looking at, I made it thinner and taller. Meaning, it became taller like this. But, in the case of square, all the sides were of the same length. That remains the same. All my sides remain the same. Only my angle became, these two became shorter than 90, smaller than 90, this became greater than 90. If this is becoming thinner, this is becoming wider. This angle is becoming wider. Okay?
So the sides remain the same, only the angle changes?
Angle is only changing. See, my sides are remaining the same. I'm not cutting anything. I'm just squeezing it. If you guys have seen some of the toys, right, which is like the square, you can play with it. You can squeeze it to make it thinner and longer, and you can stretch it to make it broader that way. So, I'm just talking about the properties so far. I had a square, I squeezed it to make it a rhombus, meaning all my sides remain the same length, but my angles these became smaller. Whenever I'm applying force, that became broader or bigger than 90, and the other side became smaller than 90. Okay? That's the only thing that you have to take away. Now, here, this is my rhombus. What happens in the case of a kite? Kite has only these two sides matching, this side matching. No other behavior. Okay? These two sides are matching, these two sides are matching. Meaning it is symmetric against this central line, if I can say so. That's it, that's the only thing. Meaning if I cut it into half, here, these two will be like exact copy of each other. Okay? Now, let's look at, we are trying to find out the area of a rhombus and kite. Let's look at rhombus first. So far, any doubt with the properties that we have seen? No doubt, right? Rhombus is a rhombus, which is nothing but a step brother or step sister of a square, meaning has all the same sides, same, but the angles are different.
And I think I might know the kites.
Let's not worry about kite right now. I'm going to rhombus now. Okay, let's focus on rhombus for the little bit, and let's try finding out the area of a rhombus. So this is my rhombus. All the four sides are same, but the angles are not 90 degrees. Now, what we have to do? I don't know what is the area of this guy. Okay, so this is my. What I'm doing right now is I'm just joining.
To make people triangle.
I'm just joining the opposite corners. I have no hidden agenda. I'm just joining the opposite corners. And when you join the opposite corners, these are called diagonals. There is one more property of rhombus that we know, that we had talked about, meaning the diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other and they bisect each other at 90 degrees. What do we mean by this? This diagonal is splitting this diagonal into half. So this part is equal to this part, okay? And they are making 90 degree angle. Similarly, this diagonal is splitting this diagonal into half. So let's say this and this are same. Okay? So these are the properties, okay? Yeah.
So it's perpendicular.
Perpendicular. So the property of rhombus says that when you join the two diagonals bisect each other and they are perpendicular to each other. That's the property of a rhombus. So if anybody says, okay, tell me, like, you guys write essay on something, right? If somebody says write an essay on rhombus, these are the three lines that you will say. Rhombus is a quadrilateral, meaning it has four sides. All the sides are of same length. That is the second line of the essay. I'm sure nobody will ask you to write essay on rhombus, but I'm still telling you that second line of the essay is it has all the sides same, and the third line of the essay is the the angles are not 90 degree, unlike the square. Okay. The fourth lines of the essay will be the diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other and are perpendicular to each other. Okay? Why I am saying this is an essay? Because there is nothing to prove here. This is a part of the property. Okay? Now we are coming to the next thing. Okay? So we are saying this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. Yeah? Now let's look at one more meaning. Now we are talking about, let's say ABCD was my rhombus. Okay? And they cut each other at point O. Okay? This is where they meet and make 90 degree angle. Now we are essentially talking about four right angle triangles. This, and this. Are you guys with me so far? When we look at this rhombus now, we see that these are four right angle triangles. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So far so good? Everybody with me? Okay. Everybody here also with me? You guys? You see four right angle triangles. Now, what I say? What did I say? I said this side is equal to this side. I mean here to here. They are bisecting each other. So this is equal to this. And this is equal to this. Yeah? That also you know? Are you guys with me so far? Okay. Now look at it more carefully. Meaning, stare at them now. Stare at this rhombus. You see four right angle triangles. So this is one right angle triangle. This is another right angle triangle. This is my third right angle triangle. And this is my fourth right angle triangle. And also, I know that, or to me it seems like they are all congruent actually. They are of same size exactly. These four right angle triangles are congruent. Let's go step by step. I know I'm giving you guys an overdose of information in a very quick time. Now let's look at it again. So I'm saying I have a rhombus. I had a rhombus, okay? I am trying to forget that. What I'm doing is I have this rhombus ABCD. What I'm doing is I am just joining the opposite vertex or the two diagonals, and I don't want to look at this as a rhombus anymore. I am saying that okay, these are my four right angle triangles. Yeah? These are four right angle triangles. That is how I am trying to look at them. Now let's look at this right angle triangle, this one, and this right angle triangle. Okay? Then we look at these two pairs. Between these two, I am saying that they are congruent. Meaning they are exactly the same. Meaning their area is same. Why? Because my theorem for congruence says in a right angle triangle, if my hypotenuse is same and one of the side is same, then they are congruent. Here, between these two triangles, I am talking about triangle AOD and triangle DOC. This triangle, meaning the blue one and the red one. I am saying they are congruent because, see, in the rhombus, the sides are of same length, so hypotenuse is anyways matching. And this side is anyways common between the two triangles. So hypotenuse and one side is matching. Done deal. They are congruent, meaning this area and this area are same. Agreed?
Yeah.
Everybody? So far? Now look at this side also. Same way we can say this triangle and this triangle are also congruent. So we are saying this triangle and this triangle are congruent, this triangle and this triangle are congruent. Yeah? So they have hypotenuse same, they have one side common. Everybody with, yeah, so that is a right angle triangle anyway. So since this is a right angle triangle, we look at hypotenuse and we look at one common side. Between these two triangles, this is a common side. Between these two triangles, this is a common side. So hypotenuse are matching because it's a rhombus. Side is common, that has to match. So one hypotenuse and one side match, they are congruent. If they are congruent, meaning the area is same. Everybody with me so far. So this triangle and this triangle's area is same. This triangle and this triangle's area is same. So I can say my area of rhombus is equal to 2 times this area. Okay, because this and this are same, so I am saying 2 times area of, let's say, this triangle AOB plus 2 times this area, because this and this are same, so I am saying 2 times area of this one AOB. Are you getting this so far?
Yeah.
Everybody? I am saying like this whole rhombus is made of 4 right angle triangles. Since these 2 right angle triangles are congruent, meaning they have the same area, they are exact copy of each other. So I am saying, I am breaking this into 2 parts. Okay. Area of this rhombus is this side plus this side, and this side is made of 2 equal parts. So I am saying 2 times area of this triangle, and then this area is 2 times the area of this triangle, because this and this are same. Are you with me so far? Everybody?
What is
Area. That's a short form of area. Okay. You don't have to note it down. Just focus or put your energy for understanding it. Okay. If you can visualize it, if you can digest it, if you can process it in your mind, you have a lot of ways to note it down. Okay. You can always play the video. I'll get 1 extra view if you watch it. Right? But more than views, it's a repository that is going to remain with you for the rest of your life. Whenever you get confused about finding the area of a rhombus, you can just open this video and just go through it. Yeah. So that's the reason why I'm uploading the video, right? Because so that you have everything ready at your disposal. You will learn something, and like any other human brain, you can forget it. Your notebook you can lose your notebook also. But one thing that will not disappear is the video on the YouTube. Okay? Alright. So far it's okay, right? I'm saying this area of rhombus is 2 parts, this part and this part is 2 times area of this triangle, and this part is 2 times area of this triangle. So far so good? Everybody with me? Zero confusion? Negative confusion? Negative confusion. I'm saying meaning overconfidence. Yeah? Okay. Alright. Now, up to this much we got. So now it is coming down to a point where I'm saying, okay, 2 times this area plus 2 times this area. Now look at this triangle and this triangle. I'm talking about this triangle AOB. Let me draw it in a cleaner way. Now let me make it super clean. I have to draw it again. So this is my rhombus. B, C, D, and this was my one diagonal, this was my second diagonal, and they are cutting at O, and these are 90 degrees. So we are saying that my whole area of this rhombus is 2 times this area, plus 2 times this area. Yeah, that's what we are saying. Now look at these two triangles, AOB and AOD. Are they not congruent? They are congruent. Yeah? Because your hypotenuse is same and this side is common. You don't need more than that. That's what your RHS from theorem says. Yeah? So, now you are saying, earlier you were saying that my whole area is made of 2 times this area plus 2 times this area. Now these two are same. So you can say, I am getting lazy now. I will say 4 times my area of one of the triangle, A or B. Yeah? Can I say so? Can I say so? Yeah? Okay. No, Pranav said no. And that's what got me worried. Okay. So, what I'm saying is, now by doing all that circles that we have done so far, we are coming down to a point where we are saying that, okay, the area of my rhombus is 4 times the area of one of the triangles. Because all my triangles are congruent. They are exactly the same. Yeah? So this is another property that we learned, that when you have a rhombus, the diagonals split them into 4 equal triangles. That's what we saw just now. Yeah? So, what that means now is, if I find out the area of one of the triangles, I multiply that by 4, that will give me the area of rhombus. Right? So, let's do that. So, now all that we did, let's forget about it. Because now we have realized that my area of a rhombus is, I am not going to worry about everything else. I am saying, if this is my rhombus, and this is cutting at O, my area of rhombus is 4 times area of one of my triangles, triangle AOB. What is the area of AOB? We know that if I have a right angle triangle, what is AOB? AOB is like this. Okay, this. A, B, O. This is 90 degrees. This is my right angle triangle. What is the area of a right angle triangle? Anybody remembers? No.
Area what?
Area of a right angle triangle.
Alright.
A little louder.
Base times height divided by 2.
Yes. Base times height. Times height divided by 2. And when I am saying height, I am not saying hypotenuse. It's height. This is the height. This is the base. Okay? Yeah?
I know this one.
What is that?
This square, base times height. So on top divided by 2, this is 1/2 of the square.
Don't make it complicated. It's very simple. Area for right angle triangle is half into base into height. Yes?
So you see the 4 times the area. This is taking up parentheses.
AOB. This is AOB. This is AOB. AOB. This is my right angle triangle. So, area of a right angle triangle, we all know, we have seen, we have learned, is half into base into height. So here, this is base and this is height. What is my base? Base, let's say, here to here, let's say it was, BD was, let's say A. A as in, one of the diagonal, I'll say D1, okay? This is D1, okay, here to here. Now we know that the diagonals bisect each other. So, here to here will be D1 by 2. Yeah? Half of D1. Agree? Let's say here to this diagonal was D2. So, this height, AO, this height, AO will be half of D2. Do you guys agree? So, I got my base as D by 2. I got my height as D1 by 2. I got my height as D2 by 2. Wherein D1 and D2 are my two diagonals. Okay? Everybody with me? Nobody is struggling with himself or herself, right? If you have any doubt, let me know. Now I got, let me try to put the area. Area of triangle AOB. AOB is a right angle triangle where the area of right angle triangle is half into base into height. What is my base? Base is my d1 by 2. What is my height? That is d2 by 2. Yeah? So this is my area. So that is 4 into 1 by 2 into d1 by 2 into d2 by 2. Okay? So time for doing tic-tac-toe. 4 into 1 into d1 into d2 divided by 2 into 2 into 2. Okay?
2 by the power of 3.
So 2 into 2 is 4. So I will knock it out. So it becomes d1 into d2 divided by 2. This becomes my area of a rhombus. So area of a rhombus is multiplication of diagonals divided by 2. d1 into d2 divided by 2. d1 is my one diagonal, d2 is my second diagonal. Length of the diagonals. And if you guys want me to tell one more time what is diagonal? Diagonal is a line segment which joins the opposite vertex of a rhombus or any quadrilateral for that matter.
So sounds complicated.
I'm sorry?
So sounds complicated.
It is not. So we started with area of a rhombus. I don't know who all remembers area of a rhombus. I think I remembered it when I was little older than you guys. When I was in 9th or 10th grade, that is when I learned. After that probably I started forgetting like any other normal human being, right? So everybody forgets and that's very natural. Here, what we will not forget is the property of the shape. If somebody says, tell me the property of your house, you can very easily say, right, I have three bedrooms, I have 2 bathrooms, 1 backyard, 1 garage, whatnot, right? If you are living in an apartment, you will say, okay, it's a 2-bedroom apartment, it's a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartment. I have this many rooms, this many washroom, this is kitchen, this specification, right? Big room, small room, whatnot. So, what you will not forget is the property. If I look like a human being today, I will not look like a goat tomorrow. Right? When I say goat, I am not talking about great of all time, GOAT. I am talking about goat as in the animal. Right? So, my property will not change. Same way, the shape that we see here, the property of the shape will not change, ever. So, even if you forget the formula, just by looking at the property, you can look at the shape, you can figure out, oh yeah, I know the diagonals bisect, and this forms 4 right angle triangles. Every right angle triangle is, area of one right angle triangle is this much. If I multiply that by 4, that gives me the area of rhombus. Yeah? So, after doing all the magic that we have done so far, we found that area of rhombus is diagonal, multiplication of diagonals divided by 2. That's what we proved. I am not asking you guys to memorize. I am just asking you guys to appreciate what we have learned. And tomorrow if you have to find it out by yourself, you don't have to spend so much time. Just because you remember the properties, you will look at it, okay, yeah, 4 times the area of one right angle triangle and find out the area of right angle triangle, and that is how you will get it. Any questions before I move on? Vivan, you are showing so many thumbs up. Thumbs up and Coca-Cola is distracting me. Alright. Bad joke. Let's continue. So, this part is clear. Anybody having any doubt? No? Okay. Everybody here clear? It would not sound funny, but is it easy to digest so far? Are you going to relate? I know theorem of congruence, you guys have not attended the class, so some of the things might be sounding a little hypothetical. But then, you guys know Pythagorean theorem. The ISS theorem is based on that only, so don't worry about it. Okay? Go to the video of the class for the theorem of congruence, and this half an hour will make you very comfortable with that. If you have any doubt, I'm here. We'll clear. Okay? Can we move on? So let's check if you guys have a better memory than me. So I have a rhombus. This is 5. This is 8. This diagonal. Okay. Now I'm saying find out the area of this rhombus. I am giving you one of the side as 5 centimeters. And I am giving this diagonal's length as 8 centimeters. Can somebody solve it to tell me what is the area of the rhombus? And the only clue you have is it uses the area of rhombus and you can use Pythagorean theorem. They are the only two things. Yeah. Yeah. You tell me how much it is. You solve it on a piece of paper. I mean, I'm asking everybody to solve it, okay? I'll let you know. I mean, can you guys try solving it? The side of the rhombus is 5 centimeter and one of the diagonal is 8 centimeter long. Okay, V1. Do you know? Yeah. Yeah.
So, what is other triangle over there? It looks like other than the intersection point of like the angle is like a 90-degree angle. And so it cannot be the hypotenuse.
It is the hypotenuse. I am saying this is the diagonal from here to here. You are probably thinking that this is from, let's say this is A and this is B and this is O. This is the length of AB. AB equal to 8 centimeter. I am not saying AO equal to 8 centimeter. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
The area.
I'm asking you guys to find out the area of the rhombus. Okay, wait. Yeah, Amoga, saying something?
Is it 20?
No.
Are the diagonals equal and
I'm sorry? Diagonals.
No, diagonals. Are they equal?
No, I don't know. That is where I want you guys to find it out.
I think it's 8. I
Yes,
think
it's
it's 6.5. Is it true? Is it 6.5?
No,
Is it 8?
no,
Is it 6.5?
no. No, so you guys are guessing now.
I'm guessing actually not.
Huh?
I'm doing the math right now.
No, so that's what I'm saying. So you guys are guessing it right now. The answer is 24, okay? 24 square centimeter.
What's 3, 2?
What is that? No, so that, see, I have given you guys clue also. I'm saying you have to use Pythagorean theorem. You have to use the property of rhombus to find out the area of this triangle. Okay, let me solve it for you guys. Okay, let me solve it. Yeah, Vivan, you're saying something. No, the answer is 24 square centimeters. Now let's do it. So let's see. This is where my most boring method comes into play. Yeah? My most boring method comes into play. Trust is something. Now we have come to a point where T has become obsolete. Right? Everybody is trusting because you guys are learning. You have to trust. I mean, you don't have a choice. Start running. I know this is not the right spelling for run. It's bad. Okay. So read. Read the question again and again. What does the question say? I have a rhombus. which has side as 5 centimeter. So if I have a rhombus of 5 centimeter, one side given, I know that every side of a rhombus are same. So every side is 5 centimeter. That part is given. Now the second property that we know is the diagonals of the rhombus bisect each other, meaning the rhombus is always, the diagonal is always getting split into two at this point. So if this was 8 centimeter from here to here, let's say AC equal to 8 centimeter, that's what I have given. So what I am saying is, here to here will be 4 centimeter because this got split into two parts. Okay? This got split into two equal parts. Now what we don't know is this one, because when you are reading it, this is what you read. Now you are analyzing it. Okay. If I have to find out the area for rhombus, what do I need? I need the length of the two diagonals, so that I can multiply them, divide that by 2. d1 into d2 by 2. That is my formula that we have learned. Now what do we know? We know only one diagonal. We have to find out the other diagonal. How do I find it out? I have this, let's look at this triangle. This is a right angle triangle where I know the hypotenuse. I know one of the side. What is this side? This is where Pythagorean theorem comes into play. A square plus b square equal to c square, where c is my hypotenuse. What else do I know? C is my hypotenuse, 5 square, equal to a square. Let's say this is the a, okay? Which we don't know. So a square plus b square. This is by b. So b square is 4 square. So here a square plus b square is 4 square is 16, equal to 5 square is 25. So a square equals to 25 minus 16, and hence a square equals to 9. So I can write 9 as 3 square. A square equals to 3 square. Yeah? That means a equals 3. What is a from here to here? I got this as 3 centimeter. Now the whole diagonal, again this also got split into two equal parts. So whole diagonal is what? If this is 3, this is also 3. So this diagonal is d1 is 3 plus 3, 6 centimeter. This diagonal is 8 centimeter already given to us. What is my area of rhombus? d1 into d2 divided by 2. What is my d1? Says, what is my d2? A divided by 2. 48 by 2, 24. 24 centimeter square. Yeah? So again, look at the math. When you get a math, you have to always look at ways to simplify it, break it down. One second, let me complete. We'll do it. So what I'm saying is, when you get any math, when you are reading it, while you are reading it multiple times, you are trying to get maximum information from the question. You are trying to get maximum information from the question. That is how 5 centimeters is given. Okay, you know all that. Now you know that by the property of the rhombus, you know that okay, every diagonal gets split equally. So this is A, this is 4. Now you say, okay, fine. That is when you start analyzing it. And you say, okay, for me to find the area of a diagonal, I need the length of both the diagonals. Do I know both of them? No. I know only one of them. How do I get the second one? Oh, if I look at this is right angle triangle. I know the hypotenuse, I know other side. I can apply Pythagorean theorem to find out this diagonal. And once I club them all together. So in your analysis, you have to find. Here I can apply Pythagorean theorem to find out this side. Once I find this side, I multiply by 2. That becomes my second diagonal. I multiply both the diagonals, divide that by 2. That will be my area. That is only till analysis. You have not used Nike yet. Then you will jump onto Nike. Just do it. Just do it. So after you have done the analysis, you have made your mind, you have thought through what will be your approach, what you know versus what you need to find out. Then you start doing it. So all of you who were saying 6.5, 20, 48, 39, all that was guesswork because we had not applied that. That's why I was saying stop guessing, because I could see that we are not thinking in the right direction. Okay? And again, just by looking at this question, everybody would have started worrying about it. Okay, please don't play with those emojis. That is drawing my attention unnecessarily. Okay, don't do that. So what I'm saying is, just by looking at this question, it looked complicated. When you start peeling off the onion, right? Okay, what we know, okay, I know these properties. Let me apply those properties and see what extra information I'm able to derive. And then you use that information to solve the problem. Yep. We'll do another one. So everybody with me? Were you guys able to follow me? Was it making sense? Was it relatable? Yeah? Okay. Can I see smiling faces? When I say smiling faces, right, that shows the confidence. You will only smile when you are confident. When you are stressed out, you will not. Right? So that's why I was asking. Can I see smiling faces? If I don't see smiling faces, that is making me worried. Okay? Alright. Let's do one more sum to widen the smile. Okay? So I will give you guys two problems. Let's see. Yep. So math is all about game. If you start playing with math, that is when you become better at math, and that is when you will. What was that? So okay. So two sums. Okay. I have. Let me give you guys a word problem. Has a perimeter of 24 centimeters and one of the diagonal is I said one of the diagonal, you figure out your zoom. I don't care. So here's the question. I'm saying find out the area of a rhombus where the perimeter of the rhombus is 24 centimeters. The perimeter of the rhombus is 24 centimeters. And one of the diagonal is 12 centimeters. I'm saying, hear me out clearly, okay? I will not explain it because questions don't speak. You have to read them. So you're just reading the question when I'm speaking. Okay. So guys, don't play with emojis. That is not good. We are doing math right now. So here's the question. Find out the area of a rhombus where the perimeter of the rhombus is 24 centimeters and one of the diagonal is 12 centimeters in length. That is the question. I have read it 2 times, and if anybody has not heard it right, let me know. I can read it one more time, but over to you guys. What? I'm sorry. What is that?
Is the answer 36 centimeters square?
36 centimeters square. I mean, I have not done it, so I would not know it. I'll have to do it. So, I mean, whatever you have done, just review it while others are doing it. So, repeating the question one more time, the perimeter of the rhombus is 24 centimeters. One of the diagonal is 12 centimeters in length. Find out the area of the rhombus. It might so happen that you might not get a perfect square to solve it. Get to a point where you show me what the value would be. Even if it's not simplified, that's okay. Okay? Yep. So, a small correction here. Small correction. This question is not right.
Wait, is it decimal form?
This question is not right. So I am making it.
It won't be decimal form.
Wait.
7.
Okay. It could be decimal point. It could be square root. That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to give me the simplified answer. You can give me in the form of say, okay, this will be equal to square root of this divided by this. That also is fine. You don't have to give me an exact value. That's okay. Come to a point where you find some value for d1, d2 and give me that in the form of say, okay, this multiplied by this. Even if you're not able to simplify it, that's okay.
Sir,
Yeah. Sorry for changing the question again. I know that question was again not right. So 24 is my perimeter and 10 centimeter is one of the diagonals. Sorry, I will not change it again. Yeah, Gitesh.
I was gonna say answer 26.
No, that would not be the answer actually. Whatever question I have given so far, the numbers were not aligning with the basic theory of geometry, okay? Geometry. I have to learn from you guys how to pronounce it right. Geometry. Stop solving this one.
Wait, before the height of the base. Before the height of the base.
Doesn't matter. Yes, Anvi, you ready? Say that again. 40 centimeters square. Okay. I will park that as the answer for now. Let's see what everybody else gets. Oh, we are already. Okay, so it's already 6:04. So we are running late by 4 minutes already. Okay, so we got somebody got 40 centimeters square. Any other answer? Anybody got? How much you got? 26 centimeters square. How much did you get? So we got 40 centimeters square. We got 26 centimeters square. Okay. What else? Any other answer? No. 10 centimeters square. Okay. So I think it's getting more interesting. Let's. Now you guys are not giving me a reason to trust any of you, which I don't anyways, when it comes to solving math. I'm not saying that I don't trust you guys. I always keep on saying myself that I don't trust anybody when I'm teaching maths. Meaning, I will always do it myself. And I want you guys also to follow the same thing. If anybody says, even if your best teacher says this is the answer, don't trust. Do it yourself, find it out. Let's do it now. So, see, when I look at this question, since I've read this so many times, so I know what it is. It says, this is a rhombus, fine. I will draw it. Yep. Yep.
I always think the answer is 10 centimeters square.
10 centimeters square. Okay. Okay, fine. So I'm just solving it. Okay. So I'm just solving it to be sure that what the answer is. Okay. So first thing first, always whenever you get a question on geometry, you draw the shape. So this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, beta. Say it again. Okay. How much it is? Okay. So since we are already late by 5 minutes, let's finish it off. Okay. So we are doing it now. So my perimeter is 24 centimeter. Now, when I look at a rhombus, we know that all the sides are of same length. Meaning every side is this divided by 4. Perimeter is nothing but sum of all the sides. So this divided by 4 is what is going to give me side. So every side is 6 centimeters. Okay. Now Second thing we got is, what is the diagonal is 10 centimeter.
So it would be
Wait, nothing, no talking right now, just let me do it, okay? So this is 10 centimeter. So here to here will be 5 centimeter. Here to here will be 5 centimeter. Okay? Now we don't know what is this much. So this is again Pythagorean theorem. So let's say a square plus b square equals to c square. What is c? 6. What is, let's say a, this is a, okay? We don't forget. So a square plus b square, b is 5 square is 25. Equal to 6 square, 36. Okay? So a square equals 26 minus 25. That gives me 9. 9 is 3 square. So a square equals to 3 square. So a equals to 3. So here to here is 3. So here to here is 6. So I got this diagonal as d1 as 6 centimeter and d2 is already given as 10 centimeter. d2 is 10 centimeter. So my area of rhombus is d1 into d2 divided by 2. So d1 is 6, d2 is 10 divided by 2. 6 into 10 is what? 60. Divided by 2 is how much? 30. Who got 30? No one.
Mr. Kumar, 36 minus 25 is 11, not
36 minus 25 is 11. Yeah, that's a good point. So this is 11. 11, wait. So this becomes a square is 11. So a is not 3. A is square root of 11.
The only possible combination would be 5.5.
So nobody will get 5.5 exact here. Square root of 11, how do you know it's 5.5 or 3.5?
Well, rounded it would take 10 seconds.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's not try getting the exact value. What I was asking you guys to do was that, okay, you got one of the diagonal given is 10 centimeter. Second diagonal, half of this diagonal is square root of 11, right? So your area of rhombus is d1 into d2 divided by 2. What is your d1? d1 is 10 centimeter. What is your d2? d2 is 2 times square root of 11 divided by 2. Yeah. So see this part, we got that second part of this rhombus, right? If you look at this. This one you got as square root of 11. So the whole diagonal will be 2 times square root of 11. So when you apply it here, what it becomes? This and this tic-tac-toe gone. What you are left with? 10 multiplied by square root of 11. That is where I want you guys to stop. Don't try to struggle to find out the value of square root of 11. Okay? You can find that from a calculator. That's easy. I want you guys to come to this point, say, okay, fine. I applied Pythagorean theorem to find out the second diagonal, and then I applied the formula of area of rhombus to get the answer. Now, whoever got 26, if you were using calculator and that was the right answer, I'm fine with that. But I don't think it will be an accurate number here, because square root of 11 will be somewhere around 3 point something. If you multiply 10 by 3 point something, it's not going to be 26 by any means.
So it's
Yeah.
not an exact number?
This is not going to be exact, it's not going to be a natural number for sure. Yeah? Did you guys follow what I was doing on the board?
Yes.
Are you clear about the approach that you have to follow? So, a quick recap. What we did today, we learned how to derive the area of a rhombus. That is the first thing. So you don't have to memorize it, but if you memorize it, it makes you do it faster. Otherwise, just draw the picture of a rhombus. You'll be able to recall that a rhombus is made of 4 congruent triangles, congruent right angle triangles, and one right angle triangle's area, you know, just multiply that by 4. That gives you d1 by into d2 by 2. Okay? So that is another way of remembering it. Now we did some word problems where we had one diagonal known, one side known, how to find out the area. We had perimeter known, one diagonal known, how to find out the area. So likewise, whenever you get a question, read it enough so that you get tired of reading it and there is no other information in the question remaining. to be found out. And then you do your analysis of how you will approach it, what you know versus what you don't, and that should help you solve the problem. That brings us to the end of the class. I know we took a little longer, but then I hope we learned something. Yeah? Any doubt, any confusion, anything concerning, worries?